Up for a minute. All right, here we go. Another week, another live stream, another Wednesday, another day to mess around with toys and figures and just, have fun, do stuff. Just, I don't know, live life, have fun. So, yeah, but back here, I don't know why my camera's all. Seems like it's all kind of weird, but I don't know. It's always kind of weird with YouTube. I just want to make my screen a little brighter just so I can see me. There we are. Yeah. All right. So, of course, welcome back to our weekly live stream unboxing. Of course, every week we're opening new figure, new theme, as y'all could see from the title, the thumbnail, all that jazz. But first segment of the show is where we got our weekly pickups, and actually a pretty good amount, I would say. A nice amount of figures and, just interesting stuff. Pretty cool. So, first, of course, we go to Target, as always, my kind of just like my regular store. So, saw what they had going on there, and they had a sale going on. So, I finally picked up this G.I. Joe Mutt and Junkyard pack for about $30. So pretty good, $10 off. So really so essentially 20 and then 10 for the dog instead of what they wanted you to pay, which is like 45. So not bad, but a cool set. So might do a Joe stream at some point, but they look pretty cool, and it's nice to have like a dog figure. I don't think I really have a dog figure in general, so cool to have more Joes. Always good to have more Joes. But then, also at Target, I was like, you know what? They got stuff on sale, and I thought, okay, I need to have more Spider-Man on my shelf, and I need more variety, not just Legends or Mafex and, UArts, all that. So I thought, you know what? And then they had this set on sale. So I got my first Lego set in years, which is the Motorcycle Chase Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock set. So that's pretty cool. It's really nice. So I really just wanted to get a Spider-Man, and I was like, I don't really care for this Doc Ock. I don't really care for the bike, but it'll be fun. Yeah, it's nice to have like some Legos of some kind in the collection. So pretty cool. So yeah, just a nice little thing and pretty neat. But then over by my Target, and I think by most Targets, you got a GameStop. So I got to check out there. And they had a few things finally on clearance. Like they had the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, Cyborg Spider-Woman. They finally had her on sale for a good price. So I was like, you know what? I'll finally get this just because it's on sale. Hi, what's up? Hi. Rex. Welcome, Rex, to the live stream. We're opening stuff. Not this, but, just mess around with toys. But yeah, but this is our weekly pickup, so got the Cyborg Spider-Woman, and thank you for the like. I can see that, so thank y'all. But yeah, so finally picked up this Cyborg Spider-Woman. Gonna go on the shelf. I don't know if we'll do this on a stream or not. Hello, Governor. Welcome. Who is this? Big Gooders. Welcome. But yeah, so another cool little pickup. Nice. And then also, since that was on clearance, they also at GameStop had a buy two get one free, I think it was. So I also got this Skrull Queen and Super Skrull 2-pack, where this is the Avengers Beyond the Mightiest set here. So I've been waiting on this set as well to drop down in price, and it finally does. So it's a nice way to finally get a newer ish, kind of like a Spider-Woman in the collection, and also get a Skrull, because I don't have any Skrulls in my whole Marvel collection. So yeah, and then also to do more, more Spider-Man stuff. So yeah, that's really it. Not a whole lot this week when it comes to the pickups, but it might warrant another Spider-Man kind of themed kind of stream, and also another G.I. Joe stream at some point, so that'll be fun. But tonight, getting into what we're doing tonight is really important because these are some premium figures. Where tonight we're going to be opening the Anubis and Bastet, the Gods of Egypt figures from Fourhorsemen Studios. So these are, of course, figures based off the actual gods of Egypt, Anubis and Bastet. So, and this isn't our first time looking at Fourhorsemen Studios. At least it's our first time here on YouTube, but on my Instagram I did a couple streams. I did their what is it? Their Headless Horsemen, and then I did their Father Christmas and Ghost of Jacob Marley. So I did those, so check those out if you're inclined to do so. Hello, who's this? Jurassic Zilla 1974. Do you have any Godzilla figures? I do. They're all up top. You just don't see them, but they're there. It's like, I swear, it's like, I am a Godzilla fan. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I just collect a lot. So yeah, but they're all up there. But if you want to see anything, hi, hello. But if you want to see any of them, feel free to ask if I got anything. I have a, what do we got? RX. I have a Chantel. Do you want me to tell people to come to the stream? Oh, you can. I appreciate it if you would want to. Ancient Egypt is very interesting. Very interesting. And that's why I was so excited when they announced these, because you don't really see figures of ancient Egypt kind of gods or beings, essentially. But I do want to get your guys' opinions of which one we should open first. If you, if y'all want to see Anubis first, or if you want to see Bastet first, because that'll be kind of, I don't know, kind of like our determining factor. But these are both already, it's like, without even opening them, I just know that they're great, just based on all the pictures and all the reviews I've been seeing from other guys here on YouTube and on Instagram. So it's pretty cool. Oh, I meant channel, haha. Oh, you're all good. I appreciate it, though. But yeah, but all the support to y'all, I always appreciate all the support, all my ramblings about toys. But if y'all want to see a specific one to open first, feel free to just put it in the chat what y'all want to see. I'm kind of leaning towards Bastet, just to keep Anubis like for last. Yeah, just because I'm more familiar like with this god, essentially, compared to Bastet, where I'm less kind of known about her, but that's just me. So we might see. I'll give y'all a minute. I'm going to take a water break already. Trying to stay hydrated, stay healthy during this time. So I have gotta save Anubis till last. Okay, so that's one. Then Jurassic Zilla, you said I have SH Godzilla 1954 and Showa Gigan. They're both surprisingly in good shape of how long I've had them. The Showa Gigan's like pretty new though, so hopefully it's not too bad. But that 54 Godzilla, it's like that one's pretty good. I don't have that one. I have the NECA version of that, and that's what I prefer. Honestly, it's like design wise, that's just what I like, how they did that. But it's like, but that figure arts, and especially since they've announced like that special edition version, is like, okay, it's like that's kind of cool. So yeah, but I think since we already got one vote in and already my vote, my stream, so I think we're gonna be going with Bastet first. So Anubis will be our final boss, essentially. Oh, get him right there. We all saying, hopefully some of my subscribers saw the video I made. More people will come to the stream. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate that, Rex. I really, really do. I'll have to check out all your guys' channels, and but if y'all want to comment, I guess kind of when I get this stream up, I guess it should be like the day after. Usually, how YouTube does it, it's always kind of weird. But it's like, but if y'all want to comment, be like, hey, come check out my channel. Like, I'll check it out. Where are you from? I'm from America. If you want to get more specific than that, feel free to ask. But I'm American. I'm a good old American boy. So yeah. But I think we're gonna go ahead without further ado. I think we're gonna go ahead and get this Bastet figure open. Of course, we're gonna talk about the box because Fourhorsemen Studios really do put in a lot of work when it comes to these figures. But of course, you have the front here that's kind of like the hieroglyphs kind of design of the goddess, essentially a Bastet, and then you have a nice little like a gold kind of like printing of the name, and then God of Ancient Egypt, Bastet, and then you have the Four Horsemen logo there, and then on the side you have the Four Horsemen logo with the key kind of design there, and then you have that little pharaoh kind of statue there, which is nice. On the back you get like a little like a description, a bio of the god, and I guess kind of like the mysteries of ancient Egypt. So that's pretty cool, and a nice little like a nice little kind of like a rendering. Rex says, I have to go, but I will see if you're streaming later. It'll probably be, with this one, it might be a couple hours, so depending on, so depending on just how long I go. I ramble on how long I can. But thank you for joining, Rex. I really appreciate it, and thank you for the shout-out. I'll have to check out your channel later, if I remember. I'm very bad with my memory. But yeah, just a nice little paper kind of design, that same kind of hieroglyph kind of design there, and then also the list of all the, I think, of all the people. Yeah, so, as they do with NECA, they also kind of shout out all their teams who do that, and especially, it's like, I know that CJ Ism, like, he does, like, the prototyping for the soft goods, so that's very cool. And, I followed that guy for years. But then on the side, you have your Four Horsemen at the top with that gold kind of thing, and then you got Anubis right here on the side, just to be like, hey, it's like there's a pair, there's two of them. Then on the top, you have some more hieroglyph design, and then you have the kind of like the more simple, like the Four Horsemen with the 4, and with the kind of like the square, the square to be the H. So that's nice, and that's like your little window in there. And then on the bottom, you get your Four Horsemen logo there. You get all your copyright, all your barcodes, warnings, all your websites to check out for them, because they're amazing. I have to go, but I did subscribe. See you, dude. Thank you, Jurassic Zilla. I appreciate it. I'll see you later, bro. But without further ado, and also, I haven't opened these at all. I haven't looked at anything. So this is like new. It's like, because I actually have them in the wrap until like right before this stream. So these are like brand new. Like I've had these sitting for about a week. We're gonna go ahead, get this open, and before I even look at the figure, we're gonna put that to the side, because of course they have a magneted kind of cover there, and on the inside you do have a nice little backdrop. So you have a little like Egyptian kind of like a castle, or kind of like a kingdom, so that's pretty cool, with where you got like some 2 towers there, and you have like the sun, and you have like the Egyptian eye kind of design there, and with with all like the statues there, so that's pretty cool, and that looks great. Like you can just put that up if it'll stay. Of course I would like it completely flat to go without the seams, but it's never going to be perfect with this because it's packaging. But I'm going to put this to the side, and we're always careful with that. But there is our Bastet figure, and she looks great. Just looking at that, like, that looks amazing. I know my lighting's kind of a little much sometimes, but there she is. It's different head sculpts, some nice little accessories that we can see, and of course they have a second tray, nice little cat statue there. And then you have that same kind of, the nameplate with the gods of ancient Egypt and Bastet and that gold kind of print there. And then just a kind of like a temple kind of design kind of there. And then you have that same side design. That, and is that? No, that's just a seam. I thought that was an actual kind of like embellishment, but it's not. But just that same kind of pharaoh, like female pharaoh, or is that like the queen? I assume that's like the queen. And then you have the actual pharaoh on the other side, so that's pretty cool. So where he has like the, where he's holding like the two, like the sticks there. So very nice. Top is the same, bottom's the same. It's just these two sides are different there, especially that. But then, but then on the back you have the little Bastet statue there and the illustration, and then the same kind of backdrop here. So that looks amazing. Like even like this, like if I could like display like her like with a background, it would be like this one, just because you have the cat there. So that's really cool. It's 1 a.m. Gotta sleep, but we'll check out the video tomorrow. I appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all who've been joining. So have a good night, bro. Sleep well. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get our trusty X-Acto blade, a new blade, thankfully now, but our trusty X-Acto here, and with its kind of like with every kind of mythic legions, I always kind of open from the top. They do have two tape points up there. Before it was always just the one up here and then two down here, but they've switched it where you got one tape, two tape there. But I'm still gonna keep it consistent because I'd rather have it be more consistent this way with how all my other ones have been opened. So, oh, and I got 2 likes there. Thank you. But yeah. And with Fourhorsemen Studios, they always do a great job of one kind of just detail. In general, they just know how to do that and how to incorporate unique designs and sometimes even their own. That is a fresh. That's fuzz. They do, but I did want to always show off there's always also another insert there, so that's really cool. Kind of a mystical kind of thing where you have like the pyramids. They're kind of like shooting a laser over the moon. We got the eye right there, and it's kind of like a doorway, so that's really cool. Put that back very carefully. There we go. Not perfect, but here's our box. Gently goes over there. As if to not be disturbed, we have our little silicone packet. Do not eat, but snack for later. And then I guess they've really been going with Hasbro's. Hi, I'm back. Hey, Rex, welcome back. But I guess they've been going back, with Hasbro, because they have a little kind of like a warning about the joints, where they recommend to heat them up, just because based on the plastic and sometimes even based on the paint, so those could break. So that's very nice to have, but I already have some of these, so I don't even need that. But here we go, and of course they also have a nice little booklet in here too, and I always forget about this. When it comes like to Fourhorsemen Studios, they actually like telling the story of the figure that comes in, so you do have a whole kind of story kind of, I think this first story is about Anubis, and then you have the story about Bastet in here, and I'll read that on my own time, honestly. But, you know, pretty cool in how I guess they kind of make accessories based on actual historical items that do exist in the world and based on references that they do. So, yeah. So shout out to Fourhorsemen for, putting the extra effort in. I mean, yes, like it's always like a big thing is that they have a bigger asking price when it comes to purchasing their figures, but I think it's worth it if you're getting a super nice box, which has display and photo potential, and then you even have, like an actual booklet about about two of the same characters, just because they're packed in as a pack. So it's like we'll give you a book about them. Why not? We'll do that. So that's really cool. So we're gonna put that over there, away from that chaos, because we're gonna because here is our Bastet figure out of the box here, in the shell with all of her first set of accessories in this little plastic holding. And then we have our second one, which has just a few more accessories and just some different kind of looks and accessories, little pieces of Egyptian history. So that's cool. But yeah, but we'll just go ahead, get everything out of here, get them all freed up. Of course, it's always the most tedious part and probably the most boring part of the stream. But it's all about, the process. It's all about getting these open and, having fun with these, doing stuff. Just, just doing what we like doing. Some of those hands are kind of stuck in there. That. Get that. You can have feet. Little thing here. So that's that. That's there. Is that? Okay, so that is the same piece. Ooh, I don't like that. That does feel kind of fragile. We are going to be kind of a little delicate with these, because I just feel like these are kind of more delicate pieces here. Especially like these secondary items. Do feel kind of more special. There we go. And our last one. There we go. Here we got our first tray done. Goes away. Then we'll get our next tray. All our other accessories. You. here we go. Now we're going to get the actual figure out here, and of course you got some twist ties on the back there. Pretty standard, at least it's not like 20 of them. Yeah, like how NECA does it. They have to tie down like every single limb of the figure. The Four Horsemen's like, no, you don't need to do that. You just need the two. Just gotta keep everything else in there. And you know, do it right. Ugh. So I shouldn't spend a half hour just opening it, but I am, so yeah. Violent. Okay. Okay. So let's get our hands on there, of course. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, and then you can do this. Okay, so we're not gonna get too crazy yet. At least not try not to. There, we're gonna try out our joints. Just a little bit. Try to see. Get her in a good pose. Those are actually kind of good out of box. That's good. Here is our Bastet figure. We're going to get some more light on her. Right there, looking pretty neato there. Let's get this light a little bit closer. A little down. There we go. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Yeah, look at her. She looks amazing. Great detailing, like just already. It's like you have like the scarab there on the forehead with the gold paint going on right there. Focus on that. Why no focus? Focus on the bug. There it is. Okay, it's a little better. Yeah, there it is. So where you got the scarab there on the forehead, kind of you have like the brows coming down to the eyes, where you have a kind of like a light blue kind of color to the eyes, and they're just all yeah, and they're all just that blue color with the gold going around. And then on the ears, you have that same gold on the inside of the ears, having like that little, like that line detail. And you do have little earrings that are little actual pieces. Like they're not sculpted, like they're actually put in there. So that's really nice. They're not, yeah, they're not like actually metal, like they're just plastic. But they look good, but they look perfect, honestly. And then, of course, going to the back of the head, you have like the headdress. Essentially, where you have this blue and gold kind of band that wraps around the hair and then comes down, and then you have that gold detailing going all around, and then that gets you to the actual, the chest piece with the falcon, or an eagle, just a bird. Just say a bird, just to cover my bases. But yeah, we got a little gold bird there with a little blue, like a light blue medallion, and then have a whole kind of like a multicolored kind of neck, kind of brace design. So that goes with the whole, like the top part is all one piece there. All that gold kind of continues. It's covered up a little bit by the hair. I don't even know if this is even related. Okay, so, and you do have that detailing go all about, and that is actually separate there, so that's pretty cool. Get that head back on there. But then you get down to the arms, where you have a gold and green little detailed cuff, and you have just bare skin there, going all the way down to the hands, where there's actually some claws going on there that's packed in. So that's pretty cool. If this thing wants to focus. on that hand. Maybe even a little bit. Doesn't. Okay, just doesn't like the hands. Not a big hands guy with YouTube, I guess. But yeah, but they look cool, and they're kind of monstrous. But yeah, we get that skin there, and then on the actual torso here, you have a whole wrap kind of detailing around there, and you have actually a little bit of a brown, kind of like a sandy kind of wash to it, so that's very nice. That's very cool. And then getting down to, I guess, like you could call this like a belt, or just, yeah, or just kind of like a wrap around. So we have this, kind of like this panther-esque, I don't know. It's just a cat. It's just a wild cat kind of design where you have some gold going on there, some blues that kind of highlight, and it's actually kind of like the opposite of Bastet's actual head. So it's kind of like the opposite colors that, yeah, that work pretty well. And then you have that little front design there with your gold, your red, and your blue going down, and then kind of, yeah, then you have yeah, the regular kind of like the fabric kind of design behind that. So that's nice. And then have that fabric kind of go back around there, and there's actually a flap right there, and then under there you get actually a little gold end piece for the tail where there's a hole for that. And then with the tail, you yeah, you do get a tail. You have this more natural kind of like darkish brown design, and then it fades into this very, very dark blue, and it is bendy, so that's cool. Very nice. And then with the skirt piece, this is actual fabric here where you do have, I think you have some wires. I assume so. It feels like there's a wire in there, so we're gonna assume there is. And then even, yeah, you even have a front one there, which is also bendy wired, so that's nice. If you want to get some wind going, I guess, a little bit more dynamic. But then under there you do have the bare legs right there, kind of your single jointed ones there, and just kind of just basic anatomy there. But then you go down to the ankles and you have a little gold band with a little triangular design. I don't know if that's the same on the wrists. It is not, so that's nice that they have a different little design there, so that's pretty cool. And then you get down to the feet, which are like some cat feet, yeah, that make it back up to the cat thing. And they do also fade, yeah, from that natural skin tone down to that kind of like that darkish kind of blue to it. So that's very nice that you get that whole detailing going on. But now getting into, I guess, articulation next for this figure. With the headdress, can go up pretty far, not bad. Can go down pretty well, that's not bad at all. And it's just a ball up top there, so you do get a little bit of tilt, not a lot, probably because of the actual, like the design of the neck there, but you get some rotation too, so that's cool. And then you get a shoulder hinge right there, and that goes up about that much, comes back down almost to the side of the body. Then you have a single jointed elbow here, which is a little stiff, but not bad. You can still get it. And it's about, what's that range? Like a little less than 90, maybe if I push it a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit less than 90, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. But then you do, because of that, you do have a rotation there. So that's nice, instead of like, yeah, instead of having one up there where that would break that sculpt. But with that band, it would cover it. But I guess that's just more kind of better for this. Anyways, but with all of the, I think with most of the hands, is it with all of them? With all the hands, I have just confirmed by looking at them, they're all a hinge in and out and a rotation. So very cool. So you can get some more dynamic arm kind of articulation there. Cat lady. Then you do have a mid-torso joint here, so where you hinge down. About that far, not amazing. Hinge back. That's not bad at all. That's pretty good. And you do get some little bit of side-to-side going on there. A little bit of rotation. So that's pretty good. I do wish there was a little bit more tilt there, but that's fine. Legs go out about... Oh, I just tore the whole figure in half. Oh, that's it. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. So don't push that. So don't do that. Ugh. Yeah, so don't overextend the leg there, but if you get all that, I mean, it can go up that much, but what am I doing? Let's get our figure back together before we break it. But that is, yeah, you can see that is just a peg. There we go. See? Seamless. And then you also remember that you also get a waist joint there too, so it helps. But I think that's like the most you're going to get with the body not going on you. Probably maybe that much is like your most. So that's pretty good. Out. Goes out almost all the way. Can basically do the splits. Shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be messing with this figure because I'm going to break it. Okay. Oh, okay, and that wraps around there. Okay. I'm really just figuring out how to break down this figure and how to break it as soon as possible. Wow. Does that change? Feels like it shouldn't, so we're not going to mess with it. Where the heck does this go? Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, what we're doing. Okay. So I think we're done with the legs. I think we get the articulation there. Where you also get a kind of like an upper thigh cut there. Then you have a single jointed knee right there. We also do get some no rotation. A little bit. If it's like right there. Not bad. And then you also get, at the actual foot, you get a rotation there. You get a hinge back. A hinge forward. And you do have... Do you have... It's a little stiff. There we go. Just kind of gotta get it out of it. Yeah, because you do also have the ankle rocker pivot. It's just stuck on this one. It just wants to rotate. Well, we'll fix it at some point. Something for later time. So we'll get her posed up. Get her presentable. Make sure that's in all the way. We're getting little paint chips, but that's fine. We kind of expect that when it comes to these nicer figures. They always have a good coat of paint on them. Yeah, but there she is. Maybe we can get her in a more action kind of oriented pose. How about like that? We feeling this? Does that look any good? It looks okay. It's not the most amazing thing, but even if where she's like kind of like just stalking through. Need to get that tail in there more. Oh yeah, and also the tail is a full bendy wire, so that's really cool. So you just pose that however you choose at all. So we'll get this over there. Is there a rotation? Oh yeah, and then there also is a rotation at the back of the tail that connects to the body there. So that's cool. A little bit of extra just to look even better. But there she is. I think that's a pretty good pose. And she looks pretty cool. And she feels like actually pretty smooth. Not like the best like female body that we can get now, but proportion wise and like details and looks, it looks amazing. It's great. It's a Bastet. It's Fourhorsemen Studios. They know what they're doing. So yeah, looks really cool. Looks awesome. Try to get her to stand. Not too bad, not bad at all. But I guess we'll get along with the accessories, which we're gonna kind of sort through. If I didn't do that like I should, because I'm just rambling on. I get too excited about these figures, so that's good. I don't know what this is for. We'll figure it out. Okay. So first, I guess we're just gonna go on with our first kind of hands and feet. So you do have an alternate set of just regular human feet for her instead of the cat feet. So you just take off the feet there. I guess what this is supposed to be kind of like, if you want this to be just like a regular human, but like with like the whole, you know, like the kind of like the setup. So if you want it kind of more reality based, kind of more realistic, so you got that option with the bare feet there, and that's very nice, and they're pretty much seamless. I mean, they also work for this body. They work really well. So yeah, looks pretty good on there. You can see how well, even easier to stand up. I mean, because these are like giant, weird kind of cat feet. So that's cool. We might go back to the cat feet though, just because it's more interesting. I don't know which one is which. I think it's this one is this one. Because what is that? Does that look right? I think that's right, yes. We're going to assume this is the correct one. Kind of scary to get back in with those. Oh, I didn't even notice that. And I completely missed, by the way, on the front that you do have a little gold kind of speck right there, so that's cool. But yeah, but there's her regular feedback on there. Is this right? This don't look right. I don't think it's right. Is it? It looks fine. It looks fine. I might prefer the human feet. I don't know. I'll have to see. But I just want her in her full, I guess, kind of goddess kind of mode. Because then, with the included claw hands, you do have, get her to the side to safety, you have a pair of, what is this? That's you, that's you. Am I missing a hand? I might be missing a hand. Oh, yeah, there's probably a hand missing. So that kind of sucks, but I'll just find that another time. Hopefully it won't be too hard. We do get a pair of kind of open fists, kind of hands there. a kind of, that's about the same. They're just two different. This one I think is a little bit more, that's a little bit more flexible. This one's also very flexible. Oh no. And then you get another grip hand right there. And then you have two kind of like more relaxed clawed out hands. And then you have actually like a more casual holding hands. You don't even get fists. I would like some fists. But still, this looks cool and you have like the claws on there too with the gold paint, and then you have the more kind of yeah, this is essentially what Hasbro would pack with their females now. You have these kind of like these clawed kind of hands right there. So that's pretty cool. And that's all of our hands there, and then we get to our more unique accessories. First off is like you have like two little pad things. I have no idea what it's for. I don't know if there's any like product images that show these at all. I don't know if this is, oh, is this supposed to, okay, I'm getting it, I'm slow. But you have, okay, so we'll do that. So you have these two little like display kind of things that have peg holes, and they're just fully black. Just little corner pieces, essentially. But then, I think to go on those, you have these two little kind of like Egyptian antiques. So you have like that same kind of cat design that's on the Bastet belt right there. Just that this one's just a much bigger version, essentially. It's kind of it kind of actually looks like a bear a little bit, but that wouldn't make sense. I mean, they like cats, so it's definitely a cat. Probably like a panther or like a cheetah or something, I don't know. But then you also have this bird with the kind of like the medallion. I think that's supposed to be like the sun, and then it's holding like two little like Egyptian kind of little items there. You have like the little like the red design there, and it's kind of like that multicolor kind of design, which is pretty cool. But yeah, those hold like two little, yeah, like yeah, they kind of look like yeah, they kind of look like bombs a little bit, yeah, with the red and kind of like the way it's holding it, but just two little items there. I don't know what to call them. I don't want to say artifacts because they don't look like that, but you know, pretty cool. Yeah, but I think, yeah, I believe that's right. So where they just sit on these little display pieces, I assume so. Oh. So that has to be here. That has to... No, that doesn't make sense. It should be like that. Okay, so you do got it like that. But I guess you can also do it if you want. I don't know if you want to or not, but where you have it kind of like hanging on the wall, so you just have it like hanging there. So that's pretty cool. I don't even know if you can do that with the bird. I don't even know if I can get this bird thing out. It feels like kind of fragile, so I want to be kind of careful. But who am I to say? I wasn't very careful with the actual figure. Yeah, like you can kind of do that. It doesn't want to go on all the way. But you can do that. That's cool. So nice little, I guess, display stands. For these pieces. So yeah. That's really cool. It's like two little like props, I guess, you can have in the back if you want them kind of on display. don't really have a way to have them like just stand up on their own, so you have a little like a item displayer. I would want like a piece of like plastic to put around these so that they actually look like a little like a case with like glass around it, because that would be cool. Like having that like a cover, that would be awesome. So yeah, we'll try that out, I guess, at some point. But then you also have this this lion face little. I'm just gonna say artifact. I keep wanting to say artifact, even though it's kind of like a shield kind of thing. But it's a very like a very blue, where you have the lion has like the hair coming down and kind of has like a wing thing going on, but it's flat. Then has like the snake on the head with the sun, I assume, in the back, and all that detailing there, and then a handle. So Bastet, using one of her hands, can hold this. She just holds that. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if that's like the true intention of this or how it's supposed to look, like what's like the accurate way to display this with it, but yeah, looks pretty cool. Then using our same hand here, we have this little tool. This looks like some kind of tool of some kind. Where these little pieces here, and has like a little, like a pharaoh kind of face there with the handle. Nice kind of like kind of like a turquoise, kind of like a dark green. It looks pretty cool. I mean, yes, like I'm looking at the packaging, like just for like reference, because she is holding that. I have no idea what's going on there, but it's a neat little item. And it's what she comes with, it's what she holds, so that's pretty cool. Then also, depicted in that hieroglyph, she is also holding a little basket here, nothing in there. Good storage. So you can store something, I guess, if you want in there, unless I lose that damn thing. There you are. And I keep dropping it. Okay. Let's get... You want to do this hand? That's a little bit more. Yeah, that's a little bit more. Tighter with that grip, yeah. Switch out this hand. A tighter grip hand. There you go. She's holding her basket. We can even get her, if we want to get accurate to her pose, I guess, in the actual image there. We'll do more open. Is that more open, or is that more? No, I think that's more. Yeah, but there she is. She does hold it. Right there. But there she is. That looks awesome, really. It's like with how accurate it is, and just like how detailed it is. Even like thinking about I imagine her like walking through like the sand, like with these two items, just going through a sandstorm, is doing God stuff. Super cool. Hey, thanks, Rex. Glad you made it back. But yeah, really cool. Pretty awesome. And It's like, and of course with that being hollow, so if you want to store something, I guess I'm gonna give her like this little. That doesn't fit, really. I'm not gonna display those. I mean, if you want a place to put your hands, I guess you can just put them in there. Of course, not a lot's gonna be fitting in there, but you know, the thing's there. You can use something. So we'll figure it out. And I hope this is filled with hands. Even could be also, because she does come with also 3 little, I don't know if you call these tombs or just little pots with like different gods' heads. So you got one with the bird. Rex says I'm gonna be popping in and popping out. Oh, you're all good, bro. Do what you gotta do, whatever works. I don't mind. We got this little, kind of like this jar here, with kind of like an eagle's face and has some hieroglyph text on it. There's some nice little detailing there on the front, and you can see, yeah, like the cut on my thumb very clearly. Then just that little, like that wear kind of detailing going on there on the jar, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then with the bird with the golds and the blues, with the yeah, it kind of has like an armor kind of look to it, but it looks pretty cool. And then you have, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a pharaoh or like a queen or just an Egyptian, but pretty cool there. Has the darker skin and actually has a black kind of hair thing going on with the gold, so that's pretty cool. Kind of basic, nothing really other colors there. We have some more hieroglyphs there and have some more kind of like wear detailing there. Yeah, so that's nice that they're all different sculpts. Nothing's in them. Always before. And then you have like this, kind of like this monkey, kind of like a baboon looking guy here, if this thing wants to focus. We have that, but you have like a red, black, and gold detailing going on with a kind of like a bone white, kind of with the hair. Even has like a little crack in there to show that it's like a ceramic kind of ancient piece. You have the hieroglyphs on there, and then even more kind of cracking and aging on that. So that's pretty cool. And the fact you get like 3 whole different ones with different looks, yeah, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, but I'm surprised, yeah, like if these are gods, if yeah, that they didn't include at least like an addition of an actual like a Bastet head to go on one of these, because that would have been nice. But then I don't know if that's like something that's actually historically known of, or actually of. I don't know. What time is it? 9:03. Oh, we've only been streaming for about an hour. This is a good timing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And our last bit of accessories is our Bastet statue here, which is a nice green here and has some, actually, like some piercings. You have some piercings there on the ears, and yeah, and those are also plastic. Are they? No. Okay. Yeah. So so those pieces are just sculpted on there. They're not separate. We have the same kind of Bastet kind of head design there. A little bit kind of like a skeletal. Kind of feels like it's a little bit skinny, but it's just a cat. But you have a little kind of cat face there with the same, like the scarab there and the lines of the ears and with the eyebrows. Look at that. And then you got little gold detailing there. The earrings have a kind of like a nice, like a speckled, like it's kind of like a marble maybe kind of thing, or like a stone, but you have that Egyptian kind of eye symbol with the with the scarab with the wings, with the little, like the orb, I guess, in there. So that's pretty cool. That looks amazing. And then you have a kind of like a collar, like a multi kind of layered collar or even like skin texture on there. And then you have that same kind of statue texture. And then you even have like little cap feet and a tail. Just kind of, it's kind of like a rattlesnake kind of tail. Like it's like segmented, but I don't know if that was like the Egyptians' way to show that it moved. It was like, okay, it's like this thing's moving all the time, so it's kind of like segmented. It kind of looks segmented. Or, it's just a design. But then with the base, just kind of like a wood kind of board, and then with just a black kind of like a stand there. So that's really cool. So it's kind of, like this is definitely kind of like a museum piece that you see something. So that's really cool. And then lastly, you do have a few different heads that we can look at. First is the alternate that actually goes with the hair, where this is, what is she doing? Oh, okay. I'm getting what they're picking up now. So with this one, it's kind of just more kind of flat. It's a very flat, kind of a robotic kind of feeling to it. And then you have a more kind of like more like a more realistic actual cat looking face. So with that is one that has a peg on the back. You can just pull the hair off, take off the head, switch out this head. Oh, this does have, okay, that does have articulation. Still not a lot, but even like without the hair, you can get that much. That's good. Insert that hair back on there, and then you have a more realistic cat face, which is kind of weird. It looks a little weird in my opinion. I kind of just like the flat. It kind of just works with how I think of like their art style. It's very simple, not a lot of harsh edges. Ugh. I'm just gonna take the whole thing off. Yes, we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, but with that, what am I doing? You do have alternate. Well, we'll do that first. You have an alternate where you don't need the hair. And that is still like that realistic cat kind of design there. So that's really cool. And that actually looks great on this. It doesn't want to sit all the way. It's a little tight, but there it is. But that actually looks really cool. Yeah, kind of like having this head, but without the hair. Definitely looks a lot better than with the hair, in my opinion. It just kind of works, like kind of like proportion-wise. It just works for her. So that looks great, and then you also have alternate. Where is it the same? Yeah, where it is, and actually it's kind of like a black. I didn't realize how black like that blue was, but you have that same alternate head here, but without the peg on the back. So that's pretty nice. You get the same two heads, but you get the kind of like the details if you want. I might prefer like the basic head with the hair, and then I think I kind of prefer this realistic one without the hair. So that's probably going to be like my two main decisions on how I want to display her or even shoot her. So I might do pictures of these probably as soon as I can, really, because they're just so cool looking. we'll get this alternate kind of thing going on here. Is that also? Oh wow, I didn't. Okay. And then also, I didn't even notice this on the more basic head. But on that, you do have a actual like a crack. So it actually has like that aged look as well. It even has like a little like a scratch on the eye. That's cool. I didn't notice that. But that's really cool. But I think I prefer like this setup though. Kind of like it's definitely yeah, like the hieroglyphs kind of design. I think I just prefer it. I think I just like having her, yeah, like with some accessories, doing whatever she's supposed to be doing. I don't know, like saving the world or something like that. And then she's just there, and she looks cool. Yeah, like I still do want to figure out what to, what I can put in this basket. So we'll figure out something. Maybe even, I could even have like a little like a pharaoh thing in here. I don't know if that'll work. No, that's not gonna work. So what goes in the basket? Nothing? I wish I could put something in it. But it's also cool that you can like take those out. So I guess if you want to make custom ones or switch out like the heads with the hieroglyphs, you can do that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, here she is, looking amazing. An amazing figure. A lot of cool accessories. I really just have to see what I have to do with all these, because I don't really know how I want to display these, how I want to, mess around with these, because because you got to be careful. There's a little bit of like a kind of like a more kind of like a setup, like this is kind of a like an Indiana Jones kind of thing to me. So, pretty cool. It's kind of more historical, but these are awesome figure. Like a great female figure, great design, great kind of like a representation, and as far as I'm clear, it's pretty much accurate to what is needed for her. So I'll have to read their booklet just to get all that context on it. So yeah, awesome figure with a lot of variety to pick from, including holding hands, but that's fine. I'm just always looking, I just want a pair of fists. I just need some fists. I don't always need, 4 different holding hands. It's at least, one pair of fists, just straight up fists. I need some punches. I don't mind that. But yeah, I think that's calling it good for Bastet. So we're gonna go ahead, get out her buddy, her good old pal. I don't know their relation, but I would hope that they're friends or maybe even enemies. Just so the theme of them coming out together makes sense. I assume so. Put that down, and then we got our Anubis coming on over here. So with this, it's basically the same kind of setup as the Bastet figure that we had before. I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. And now, so where on the front you have the hieroglyph kind of design going on there. You have the gods of ancient Egypt, Anubis, right there with the gold on the on the Horseman logo. You have the actual hieroglyph design there. Then on the back you have Bastet right there. Yeah, well, on the side, what am I talking about? The back. We have that little, like, that gold foil up there, a little more down there. Which is also the figure obscura. I keep forgetting that that's another title that it's a part of. Because it's the Four Horsemen, and it's the gods of ancient Egypt, and then they're also a figure obscura. So, it's a lot of names, a lot of sub-names. It's just a lot, but, you know, it's what it is. It's the line. It's the line. But then you have the figure obscura right there with the key, and then you have that same kind of like queen, I guess, kind of thing going on there. And then at the top you have the hieroglyphs there, and then your Four Horsemen logo there with the 4 and the H with that little square. On the bottom, all the copyrights and logos, and got your barcode and your Horseman logo, warnings, all legal stuff. And then on the back, have another little bio. Pretty sure, is it? No, it's definitely different. So it's a thing for Anubis, where you get a nice little digital render, and it's on a piece of paper with that same kind of front hieroglyph on the back there. And all the wonderful people who made these figures, and little extras, like store horsemen, all that. Good jazz right there. Now we're gonna get this open. Getting this out. It's the same design as the Bastet, which is fine. Great. Excuse me. Would have been nice to have a different inside, but you know, it's consistent. I don't mind it. Starting to get stuffy a little bit in here. Getting too energized. Yeah, but here's our Anubis figure here. Looking really cool, honestly. He's probably going to be the star of the show tonight. But, so where we got him. Gods of ancient Egypt. Anubis right there. Even has like a little, what is that? Like a, what is it? Because you have like the field right there, and you have like the wheat? I don't know. Yeah, wheat. Yeah, you have like that wheat grain right there. So that's actually pretty cool. So a nice little design there. Same design there. On this side, it's the same design. And then on this side, you have the actual pharaoh, kind of there with the Four Horsemen name right there, more store. And then on the back, you have actually a really nice, that's actually a really cool design, where you have the same 3, like the pyramids at the Bastet one, but you actually have the Anubis kind of statue in front of it. And then that's going just right up to the moon. And that looks really cool with all like the clouds and all that. So, yeah. Now we're going to get this guy open. Ugh. We're getting there. We're getting tired. Here's our Zacto. Of course, we're going to go from the top right here instead of at the bottom, because that's just how we've been doing it. So we want to stay consistent. And that's the end of our Exacto for the night. Now this figure I knew I would be excited for. And then you get your same kind of design as we did with the Bastet for the inside, which is nice. Then you have your warning paper and your silicone gel right there. So that can all go away. go over. There we go. Whew. Then have your booklet. Assume it is the exact same booklet just by looking at the pages and the pictures. So same exact booklet there, but pretty nice. You have that little detail, and you have all your stuff about Anubis and Bastet. That's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. So you get 2 booklets for 2 figures. So booklet, a figure. Wow, this is a lot. Okay. So I guess that's also going to fall in. So you do get your second tray right here. I always want to show that off. You do have 2 massive gold pieces here. So that's really cool. But then you have your first tray right there with Anubis himself and his main accessories. So they look really cool there. Looking pretty awesome. Really. And now we're going to get the rest of his accessories out. Got his little statue. Alternate neck piece. The eye. Display. That piece. Hurt myself? No. I'm fine. Ugh. That. More first tray. I know I'm kind of zoning out. That's weird. Okay. They just gave me a baggie for the hands. Honestly, I'll take it. I'll take a free baggie. What the heck? Easy storage? For hands? Never. Okay, we got our alternate head there. Head there. This thing. And now the dog boy himself. Ugh. There's our tray. Violent. Yes, again. Some little pieces. On there. Oh, okay. Okay. That is weird, but I guess if it works. Whoa. This is an imposing figure. Okay. Get your arm. Cute. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this Anubis. Has your classic, kind of like your dog face right there. Has a little medallion at the top with the gold and the blue. The cool little eye design with the gold and with that bright blue with the one color, then going back with the hair, and the gold band around that. And then all that goes down. You have like a gold kind of trim to it. And then little ends that come out to the front with the gold, and then you have the kind of like the upper, kind of like the chest plate. I don't know, kind of like a collar thing going on where you got two blue medallions. They have your gold and your red and blue design going all the way around. You don't really see the back because of the hair, but there is detail there. We'll see it later. But then you actually have two straps that connect it down to the stomach. You got this little gold and blue, kind of like a feathery kind of detail with a little, like a cool little gold design trim on there. And that does go all the way down onto the torso. That connects to the belt with the winged scarab with the orb kind of there, with that same kind of front kind of flap design, and then even have a under skirt there with that same kind of kind of like a feather kind of design there. So that's pretty cool. And then getting around to the belt there, you have your gold and your reds again, so it's kind of like a corset kind of thing. So that kind of wraps around. I assume it's like a corset, but it looks pretty cool. And then actually getting back up to the arms, they're actually just bare kind of human arms, so they're pretty cool. I have a little bit of like a vein right there. If your gold and your green kind of armbands and wristbands, you even have like a little dot on there. And then cool little claws right here, just a very dark black nails, so those are pretty cool. Have a nice little detail, even like some veins right there, so that's pretty cool. And then getting down to the skirt here, this is actual fabric here within, where you actually do have a wire, so that is pretty cool that you can have that. I don't know if he has one. No, he doesn't have a front one like the Bastet figure, so it's just that. But you do on the back have a hole for where the tail goes. And it is kind of weird, with this one. With this one they didn't include the tail on like they did with Bastet. I don't know why you don't do that. Because you're gonna do for one, do for both. So, but then you have the tail right here. It has like some gold armor plating, and then just going down to just a kind of from like a light brown to like a very black kind of end of a tail. We're just gonna peg that right in. Maybe even better, we have to like, is that how we do it? No. It's kind of like we have to like kind of like feed it. I don't know how I can get this. Ugh. There we go. Kind of a weird install to not just have in the figure, but we got it. So there's his tail. So yeah, pretty cool. It's kind of like just seamless, and of course you have the actual skirt to kind of cover it, so you don't really notice it, but the tail's nice. I don't know if it really needs the tail, but it works. It's, it's the whole dog. It's the half human, half animal kind of thing, so pretty neat there. But then getting to the legs, you just have some regular human type legs, and then getting down to the knees, pretty basic there. And then you get to the same kind of leg band with the little gold dot on the front with the triangle on the inside, so that's nice. And then down to the feet again. I don't know, are they like the same? Yeah, his are a little bit more like chunkier, kind of a longer, so a little bit more dog-like, I think. Still, even kind of wolf-like, if you want to go there, but it does have that fade from that light brown to that black kind of color. Even have like little actually souls on there, so there's actually a little detail. So that's actually pretty cool. So it does look like a dog print there. That's pretty cool. Even with the cat, has a little paw print. I didn't notice that, so that's cool. But yeah, but a very imposing figure. He feels huge. He looks huge. It's like I feel like he should be like, like I kind of like imagine him where he's kind of like, kind of like Titan size, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, kind of like a kaiju type size. Like of a figure, like he's just towering over all of like Egypt. So that would be kind of cool. Like he feels kind of like that imposing of a figure. It's like, yeah, this guy's like at the head of the table. He's the leader. He's the dog man. It's already 9:30. We were going through this. But yeah, but with him, you have his cane here. Is it a cane? I guess it is. But where you have this little kind of like this bird head design there, have a little kind of it's all kind of like broken and kind of old, and then you have like a little double prong at the bottom. So that's pretty cool. And then what else does he have on the packaging? He has this little kind of like this symbol right here. I forget what this is called. I know it has a name. I'm just not very educated right now. But that's pretty cool. Kind of just a basic design, but has little intricate little details in there. So that's pretty cool. Has little hieroglyphs. And those are his two. Well, we'll just get to the rest, because then we have actually his little vase there with his head there, which actually kind of, in my opinion, kind of makes it weird that they didn't, have one for Bastet, unless there just isn't one, which is weird then. But we have the hieroglyphs there on the front, and then you have like little markings and detailing going all around that it's aged, it's worn out. So it's like these might even be like actual, kind of like, I don't know, kind of like detailing of it, like like I assume they just went to like the museums where they were showing, and then they just kind of like scanned it somehow. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. But then you have also kind of like an eye right there, and it is kind of cracked there, but nice little colors with the gold on the side, gold all the back. No, it's just black. Okay. But yeah, you have like gold, kind of like a trim going all around with the green and with the kind of like the light bluish kind of color. And then you have your same little display. Came with Bastet. So you can display that up. So that's pretty cool. And then okay, we'll get to that last. But then you also do get 2 alternate human feet. So they're just dude's feet. We're gonna, do we want to switch that? We can switch it, why not? We're just gonna switch it back anyways. Let's see how hard it is to take this off. Almost impossible. I don't think there's any way. Is there a way? There might be a way. There we go. So, left. Get in there. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Just doesn't want to go in. It's like that peg is like too small. What the heck? Come on. There we go. Wow, they really want to hide that. it's definitely a lot harder to switch out the feet on this compared to Bastet, because they want to sink it in to that peg that's like super far in there, but the actual peg itself isn't really that long. It's kind of stubby. Kind of feels a little bit too big, I guess, for it. I think that's the point, just to make sure it locks in. But, you know, just how it is. But yeah. There he is with regular, I guess he'll lose the tail for now. That's fine. With his regular human feet, so that also works without the tail, I guess. So it just looks like a guy in a helmet. It kind of makes me wish that they actually did include kind of like regular human heads, but that's fine. But they did include an alternate neck piece that's kind of like fading, like still from like the brown of the body to the black, but it's kind of like cracked all over. So that's kind of crazy. Oh, okay. So on this regular neck that comes in the packaging is a little bit more human accurate. It just has more kind of like more detailing on there. Pulling that off might not prove very easy. It's even hard to even like just hinge the actual neck itself. Might actually help us in getting this off. I'm getting it off. It's gonna come off. It's just such like a snug fit. Oh, yeah, we're probably not going to be able to get this on there, but that's okay. Some things just can't be done on camera, because this is like really on there, so I'm not going to break it. So this will be another time, maybe in a picture. We'll see. But the actual Bastet head there, you can take off the hair of your head, because you have two alternate heads. One just kind of like a stoic. Actually, it's actually kind of more of like the artist's, kind of like the more simple kind of rendition of Anubis. And then you actually have a kind of like a very realistic, kind of like a barking, kind of like a snarling kind of Anubis, and that looks awesome. You have like all like that teeth and gums and the tongue. That is awesome. That's cool. Yeah, and then you can see all that. So we'll do a more simple piece there. That. Okay, and so then that, because it's all cracked and old, so with that neck doesn't match that very much. So, so that's why you have that alternate neck. So it actually is accurate compared to this one, where that's kind of more realistic. But this is still kind of like a cool look. It's a more kind of like a stoic, he's kind of just a little bit more, kind of like just more normal, like he's just standing there. Like he's like, okay. He's like, I'm all powerful, but I don't want to do nothing right now. I just want to chill. I just want to look neat. I just want to look cool. Then with that, you get a... And then we move over to the other alternate head. Have a more... snarling kind of look there. Like he's like very, very angry. Ugh. Pose this guy up. Oh, your leg is all the way over there. There. Is that good? Is that alright? It's okay. That's pretty cool. I think we gotta do our dog feet though. I feel like it just looks better with this one as well. Do kind of like the whole aspect that's kind of like, okay, it's like it's half human, half cat. Weird kind of god. But it's an animal. It's like, it's just a dog, it's just a cat. But you know, it's a god. And that looks really cool. But it's a very scary dog, and it's a very weird looking cat. Oh. His head doesn't really want to, like the alternate heads. Kind of don't want to stay on the body. They're a little bit stingy. But they look cool. Yeah. Yeah, this guy looks awesome. But we can get him some more different poses using his included hands. So where you have two kind of more relaxed, kind of splayed out clawed hands, have a pair of, that's that, that's that, that's that. And you have a pair of more kind of like a little bit more open, kind of human holding hands. And then kind of closer grip, human holding hands. And then a pair of clawed, kind of monsterish holding hands. So that's pretty cool. So we can do like we always want to do right now. Because we can do that. Use this hand. What hand do we want to use? I guess not that one. It has to be this one. No. Barely fit in there. Really fit in any of these hands. You work in this hand, so I guess we'll do clawed hands. Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting some poses going. Now we're going to get some ideas popping. We'll just give them the more realistic kind of face, just how I kind of think of them. Just because it also just matches that neck piece as well, so. Very tight hand to get out. Not too bad to get on. There he is. Holding that stuff all cool. Looking pretty sick. Looking pretty badass with his two little items there. Like, he looks really cool. He looks great. Awesome. But yeah, great little figure. I just realized I didn't do articulation, but I mean, you all saw Bastet. It's essentially the same thing, but it's just a dude. It's just a slightly different because, yeah, like the main thing that's really different is just he has a kind of like just a waist. So it's like a hula hoop kind of situation, so he can go side to side, forward and back a little bit more. So, pretty good there. So, that's like the main difference, but I think everything else is really the same. I don't really want to go too long tonight, because we do have a lot of comparisons. Next, we're going to get everything all packed up. I do really like that they included a bag for the hands. I feel like I just need that for like almost every figure like this that comes with this many hands. You need a bag for this many. It's crazy. I don't know if I can put another piece here. The neck piece fits in there, so you can do that if you prefer. I don't know about the feet. They might be too big, but there you go. You got your little bag. But then now the last piece, this little display. We have like some hieroglyphs kind of designs going on here. I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, because I did take like a history kind of art class, and of course we had like Egyptian was one of the things. So there's a lot. That's actually pretty cool. Actually, like a little like a grid pattern there, but it's hollow. So, but it's all that golden. Cool little, like just like a cool little like a base. This just works so well if you just want him to just stand there. But you do have a little cover here. Actually, is it a base? Oh, is that what it is? Ugh. The tail came off. I did not expect that. But what end? Oh, okay. See, this is why I need instructions, because I'll just bumble around. But you get this little gold, kind of like this carrying area. So with that, it's it's hollow. You have that little like those tabs on there that go onto that, and they just sit right in there. It's not like a lock, but I mean it'll stay in there, so that's very nice. Feels fairly sturdy, but then you have the actual kind of what's his name? Anubis kind of statue here. kind of like in like a weird kind of like long dog form. So it's like the all black with the gold in the ears and yeah by the eyes, and then has like a little like a scarf kind of collar thing going on, but it's just all black. They're a little yeah like a fairly flat tail, and it looks kind of weird like this yeah with the pegs on there. But nice little feet there. It's just sitting down there. Come on, focus on that. There you go. Just very well done. Even like the back feet, pretty well done. And then you have 4 holes. You have 4 pegs at the bottom. So that. And also the tail also kind of comes out kind of easily, but I think that's honestly for the better when you want to put this on. Feels like a pretty tight fit. Get these back ones in first. These front ones go on pretty easily, it's just these back ones. There we go. I don't know if I can actually get this in. Yeah, because that's kind of... I don't know, it's just not working. I can get like the front part on there, but like the back, like those pegs just do not want to give. Like I'll have to probably like heat them up. So it's like really specific. There we go. Got one side. Getting the other. Yes. There it is. Seamless. And with the tail. Which way? That way. Going on there. Is there a... is no wire in that, so it's not bendable like our regular Anubis tail, which is attaches there. Yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, this is gonna stay like this forever. This is amazing. Now I want like to have like 2 or 4 guys like carrying this as like he's like leading them. It's like, and she's kind of like at his side. And here's like our first really comparison, but there they are together. They look amazing. They look awesome. They complement each other perfectly. Like even though like this one does have the more realistic face and this has the more kind of like more stylized face, I think they still work pretty well. I will try out like the stylized like of this just because I prefer this a lot more. So we'll try this out once I can get the neck neck piece to swap on there. So that'll be later down the line. So it'll be fun though. Yeah, but they're really cool. Great amount of accessories as always. When it comes to Fourhorsemen Studios, they always supply with a lot, and the figures look great. They always know how to make them look the best they can. Here's our Anubis. There's our Bastet. Get her statue there. And then we will reconnecting. Now, for our last segment, we will do some comparisons. So first, we're going to do some with the little artifacts that we have here. So first one I want to do is the Indiana Jones. It just blanked on me. I always want to say the Last Crusade, but that's not right. It's the the Ark of the Covenant, isn't it? That I think it is. But we have this same kind of like the four kind of like the rods there. Yeah, for people to hold. It's a very Egyptian kind of like like with symbols, and has like the basic like the same shape, except you got a dog on here, you got like two little bird things here, but also like the size. The size is like nothing. It's kind of like, yeah, this guy's like a god. This guy's just like a dude. Yeah, it's kind of like a hierarchy, I think. Just how I think about it. Even though like this like has like souls of people or something, or God. I don't know, but it's pretty okay. And then something a little bit more impressive. So we have the NECA Universal Monsters Mummy tomb there, and the next to Bastet there. That's pretty cool. Then next to Anubis and his little artifact. It's pretty cool. And then we can even do Anubis next to that, just to show off. Pretty neat. Pretty cool. And then we'll get Bastet in there too. Get her right next to that. That's so cool. Then even inside, if I don't break it, you have the little container in there. Get that right there. We have this little container here, so I thought it would have worked pretty well. Matched pretty well with this. Some little thing, even like next to like one of these guys. But that looks perfect. That looks amazing. Yeah. We just keep these. We're doing the atmosphere. We're showing off because these are great. I always love like Egyptian kind of stuff like this. It's amazing. It's always like great detailing, great kind of I don't know, just looks cool. It's so like weird, and it's like, okay, it's like, and this actually existed. Like these pieces are real. Yeah, like actual people made this. So yeah, pretty cool. Now with actual figure comparisons, with Anubis, I do have another Anubis figure from a few years ago. I forget what the company name is, but they did kind of like an all black with like some greens and golds and some whites and some reds on there, and you have like some actual like some and these are like the ones that have like the skin, kind of like the body over the articulation there, so you don't get any seams on the muscles. But yeah, you can see like the stylistic, like kind of like a more bigger, kind of like, it feels like more cartoonish, but it's like I love like the colors and just like the more kind of like detailings of the actual, like the actual like the accurate, I guess, kind of historical compared to like this, where this is kind of like more stylized, kind of like a video game type of Anubis. But it's pretty cool. It's kind of like definitely like more realistic than this, but they look cool. Then even that same Anubis next to this Bastet, and not bad. It's like if you want to do, this is like an alternate costume, I guess. So if you want them to be even more different, or if you just want this. So if you got this, it looks pretty good. she's kind of huge, so it's kind of like the proportions are a little bit different. So just one thing to think of. Okay. Then we have, just because we had his accessories, we got the Mummy from the Universal Monsters NECA figures, and honestly, that looks pretty cool. That looks awesome. Next to Bastet there, looking pretty awesome. Get you two. There, I can get you right there. We can get this Anubis over here. You can be like back there, just standing here. Not really doing too much because you got the real Anubis up front. At least yeah, I think that this is my Anubis, but you know, this is still cool. That's really cool. It's very cool. But then next to what do we want to do? We want to do you. We can do. Yeah, we'll do. Just because we can. We gotta throw a Moon Knight in there. We gotta have a little bit of superheroes. We gotta have Marvel. Because they're the only ones who have an Egyptian superhero. But he's pretty cool. Of course, yeah, this is kind of like the more like the armored look instead of like the classic one. Which I do have. I do have a classic Moon Knight. Just waiting for the right time to open it. On here. So, look out for that in the future. Because I think I've shown that off, but, you know, pretty cool. Just have him peek in. He's not the main show today. Even though, like, I really actually, actually recently just watched Moon Knight on Disney Plus, so it's actually kind of cool to get all this kind of stuff after I know a little bit more. I don't know how accurate it is to actual, like, Egyptian kind of history, but, you know, it's pretty cool. It's nice to get all kind of like representation of that. So, yeah, but then getting, I guess, to more kind of my, kind of what I'm thinking of. Half human, half animal. I went with Bartholomew Vex from Mezco. Just because it's just kind of like a different, kind of like a time period, but kind of like the same thing. But this one is kind of like the devil, kind of like a witch doctor kind of man, and then you have a literal god. So pretty different there, but that was just pretty neat. Get him. Don't want to do, that's fine there. We don't have to add Bartholomew stay. Because now we're going to get on to all of our Mythic Legion. No, not Mythic Legion. Fourhorsemen figure obscura comparisons. So with our first one, where we have the Headless Horseman, but he's not headless, he's got a pumpkin head. So, but look pretty cool. Definitely different time periods, but definitely really cool. Great detailing, kind of like scale well. Pretty awesomely too. Then next to Bastet. There, that's pretty cool. That looks awesome. Very high contrast. Comes to here, we're gonna get you two. Nice front and center. So we want to get all of our guys in here. Anubis number 2, well, number 1 technically, but Anubis the first, you need to behave. Oh, okay. He's in shot, he's in shot. Horseman can just stand right there, and Anubis got a Look up a little bit more. Look at the people. Basset's okay. She's kind of looking away. Okay. Then other myth. Then other figure obscura. We got the Ghost of Jacob Marley. I know it's very random, but this is the ones I got, and I want to do all the comparisons. So kind of like a Spectre kind of thing. Anubis number 1 is going away right now. But yeah, kind of like that. I guess I guess very different things. It's like they don't match at all, but it's what I got. And they're cool, and they're all really cool figures. And I don't display these, so just not for now. It's only like a seasonal thing for me. I gotta conserve my space when I can, to be honest. Yeah. Next to Bastet too. Like it's all like those blues are actually like kind of cool, so it's pretty neat. It works with the whole like undead, I guess, kind of thing that's going on here. And then we'll do. Do we want to do? We'll do good old Father Christmas. We have to do Father Christmas. Yeah, it's the Christmas man. It's Christmas in July. A little bit of Christmas in July don't hurt, but yeah, but they look cool. Kind of like superpowered kind of entities that do stuff. I don't know if they, I don't know like what these guys do, but this guy just gives toys to kids. These guys are probably like world conquering. Kind of like, hey, it's like if we control everything on the earth, you gotta behave, be good. And we're like, okay. And then Santa's like, hey, be good, and you'll get a toy. And I'm like, works for me, brother. But next to Bastet too. Very different, kind of like culturally, but pretty good together. Oh. Santa, Mr. Klaus. Everything's gonna fall over because I'm an idiot. So I'm not very prepared. I'm just going as I go. Thank you. Bastet getting shot. Oh, the legs are, the feet are not holding. Okay. Whew. Oh. Anubis. Stand right there. Bastet, stand right there. Okay. Alright, then our last comparison is with the Mask of the Red Death. Because I haven't done really anything with this guy, and I definitely need to, but just couldn't get to it, but this guy looks awesome. Definitely kind of a very different style and kind of like detailing and color-wise and how they use the figure and their extra pieces. So looks really awesome. Looks great. This is terrifying. This is like awful. Well, looks great. Ugh. Alright, Anubis. Stand on your own weight. And then we'll get Bastet. With this guy too. He doesn't look great in the light, but he looks always pretty cool in the dark. Yeah. Well, let's get that. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty alright. Pretty awesome. The mummy. The mummy's dead. Okay. Oh. Anubis. No. Ugh. Everything is ruined. The Mask of the Red Death. It's cursed. My table of toys. Is that right? With the arm. I don't know. We just know he's going back here. Come on. So we can get this guy. Get Bastet. There's our, oh. There's our, no, Anubis, you gotta work. You gotta work, bro. You need to be cool, bro. There we go. That's gotta go back a line. Whoa. There we go. Is that? No. Just come back more. Okay. I hate this. I hate this setup. Okay. Work. Please. You were just working fine like 2 minutes ago. I know I'm an idiot. But hopefully I'm not that dumb. Okay. Here we go. All set up, all done. Gonna add the red mask one more time. Because there's gotta be something. Well, yeah. Cool little guys. Here. Awesome little dudes. I might as well add Bartholomew to the mix. He's a party guy. Why not? Gotta have a variety of friends here. If he even wants to stand, I don't even know if he wants to even try to stand right now. Yeah, okay. But yeah, here all of them. Anubis and Bastet, awesome figures. Great little kind of like setups, great props, kind of awesome designs, perfectly made. I don't really have any real issues with them. I just kind of wish that Anubis just had his tail already in. I don't know why you wouldn't just do that if you did that with Bastet. Or even I kind of wish that they gave Bastet her own kind of little vase thing like this with her head on it. That would have been nice, but I guess I get why they didn't do that, because it may not be, I assume, not a thing. But if it is, they should have done it. So, oh well. But it's nice having like the variety when it comes to like the more realistic heads with both of the figures, and then having the more kind of like the stylized kind of like Egyptian art kind of versions, and that they're actually kind of like cracked, and how like these little pots are all kind of like old and cracked, so kind of like based on how that art looks now, how it's aged, how we see it, how it's seen in kind of like the modern eye. But yeah, really cool figures. Awesome. So I think we're going to call this a night. We'll take one last drink of water, and I think we'll call it a night. So thank you all to everyone who's been joining, commenting, liking, subscribing. Thank you. Watching. Hopefully I'll have a new review coming out soon, because I recorded the Channel 6 review, so I've got it all, kind of like the footage is all done. I just have to go in and edit a little bit more and then do my voiceover, so that's kind of taken me a bit because my voice has not been at top shape recently, but we'll get to it hopefully soon. I want to really do it soon, but we'll see, because I procrastinate. But yeah, but thank you all for joining. Have a good night. Have a good one. Thank you. Goodbye.